Hello, Team New Writings family. Juwan Buford broadcasting Detroit metropolitan area. Experiment with this new Ring Central platform. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you look at our Slack channel, I just discovered that any content is posted on Slack channel starting, I believe, in September. That content will only be retrievable before it's archived for a period of 90 days. So I said, oh, I need to find another platform because I want a lot of the content that we share to be evergreen. That way it'll be useful to new individuals who are engaged and plugged in, right? And so I'm going to be actually utilizing this platform a little more often to record content and also to store content along with the blog. So just be aware of that as you listen to this. So let me jump to it. So I had a conversation with one of our business partners who informed me that she's having a difficult time getting individuals to look at the tools, whether it be the audios or the videos. And in particular, she shared with me how one of her prospects wouldn't look at the video. And I'm like, oh, really? And she says, yeah, people just don't look at the video. And I said, okay. Now, here's the thing. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to go into a full-blown explanation. I'm just going to talk to you about what happened next. So I said, really? And she informed me the person was a friend of hers, and she didn't really want to try to press her to look at the video, and she just wants to talk to her. And that she had the membership before, so she didn't feel a need to look at the video. There's no point to try to get her to look at the video. I said, okay, fine. I said, let's do a three-way call. Let me tell you what happened next. All right, so I joined the three-way. And look, let me help you out too in terms of three-way calls. I got to go here. When you're doing a three-way call, you should edify before you put the expert on the call. Edify before you put the expert on the call. So the expert should already be edified. So in this case, I'm the expert. But if I were to call one of you to do a three-way call for one of my prospects, I would already edify you. So I've already said, hey, look, I want to do you a favor. There is a young lady by the name of Miss Webb having tremendous success, just a phenomenal contributor to the national expansion of our company and to our organization, has a heartbeat to help people, really down to earth. I've learned so much from her. Look, don't embarrass me. 2 minutes, right? Give her 2 minutes of your time. You owe it to yourself because I want to make sure that question gets answered. Or that was an interesting statement. I want to make sure that statement gets answered. Oh, I understand exactly how you feel because I felt the exact same way, or I know other people felt the exact same way. Let me do you a favor, right? Responding to whatever the income may have been, right? So you edify before. And when you put the expert on the phone, you be quiet. Okay? I don't know how else to say it. There's no point of you putting the expert on the phone if you're going to run your mouth. Because now you're de-edifying your expert. You are basically creating a situation where the expert's contribution is going to be received as less and less value. This is the mechanics of a three-way. You need to understand this, right? Because some of you, because you're inviting your family or your friends to learn about the content, you are ignoring the mechanics and the psychology of our business model because, quite frankly, you think you don't need it. And that's why you're not getting the results you want. You look up and you're not getting the membership enrollments, or you're not onboarding people, or when you are onboarding partners, they aren't having success right out the gate, at least having a couple enrollments, is because of the way you have introduced the company to them. There's a reason why we set things up the way we set them up. So what I'm saying to you is, look, don't do it. If you invite someone to speak to your guest, you should only be talking for 3 seconds, right? The introduction, hi, Sally, this is Mr. Buford, or hi, Mark, this is Ms. Webb, and then you be quiet and get out the way. And then at the end of it, you say, thank you so very much for your time. And then you get out the way, okay? All right, so I had to go there because some of us, we be doing some other stuff. Okay, so I get on the phone with the lady, and to be transparent, I was a little bit curt. I immediately cut off the associate who didn't quite understand that. I said, hey, this is Juwan Buford, really excited for the opportunity to chat with you. Look, at the end of the day, I never mind taking a phone call from, let's just say, Miss Webb. Never mind taking a phone call from Miss Webb because she's smart, she's sharp, really down to earth, she's crushing it. She's been an absolute pleasure to work with. I know birds of a feather flock together, so I know you got to be a sharp, smart person to talk to me, right? What did you like best in terms of what you saw? And, the prospect proceeded to tell me how she had utilized the service before. and proceeded to tell me about everything she thinks she knew about her company. And and she finally got around to telling me about what she liked best about service, because I kept asking. I kept asking, right? It doesn't matter what comes out that person's mouth, I'm going to keep asking. So I kept asking, okay, what did you like best? That's great. I'm glad you had the membership before. When you saw value, what it is that we do, I love it. But also in the back of my mind, no, I also know there's a reason why she didn't keep it. But anyway, I'm glad you have it. But what did you like best? What really caught your attention? Because at the end of the day, that's what I want to know. All the other stuff that you're talking is irrelevant to me. I just want to know what you like best, so I can know how we can best serve you, right? I'm not going to say that, but that's what I'm thinking, and that's why I'm persistent with that question. And she finally got around to the estate planning piece, some other things we want to say. It's fantastic. And of course, I told the story about how I utilize money in my estate plan done. That's why I acquired the service 15 years ago. I was a single parent at the time. I don't trust state of Michigan to fix potholes. I was going through a nasty breakup, and I knew my children were going to be taken care of in a way that I would need them to be taken care of if I was absent or somehow disabled, not in the equation. That estate plan was very important to me. I spent over $2,000 plus initially to get it done. I learned about the service, find out I can get it done for all 20 some odd bucks. It was like, no brainer, right? And then I said, look, I understand that you had the service before. Great, fantastic. But, there's nothing that I can really share with you. There's nothing that's more powerful than what that video that, Ms. Webb was trying to share with you can relay. The bottom line is, I don't know if you're aware of it. I know you had the membership several years ago, but, over the last several plus years, we had two private equity firms come together and invest north of $2 billion all totaled up in our company. And I think you'd agree with me that if someone approached you and invested north of $2 billion in your company or in your professional pursuit, things would change dramatically, right? And she says, well, yeah. I said, yeah, that's exactly what transpired. So, I mean, there's a lot of additional benefits that you may not even be aware of. They're now part of the plan. And it's absolutely incredible, especially because we really didn't go up in price. I mean, we pretty much flatlined everything. It's pretty incredible, particularly for those individuals who are business owners. Our business divisions, it's just crushing it. We're helping so many people. And look, there's a gentleman on there by the name of Mr. Don Thompson, who is actually a former business owner, was a very successful entrepreneur for years before he took a look at our company, and he learned about the service and began utilizing it. And through that utilization and scaling and building his business and making smart decisions, he was able to more effectively do the things and achieve his goals. And so on that video, he really talks about how the plan benefited him as a business owner. And he's just had so much success. He's now vice president of our corporation, had really down to earth, has helped a lot of people, but a powerful intellect, a powerful mind, great business acumen. You owe it to yourself to hear what this gentleman has to say about how how our service can really help you level up personally and in your business life as well. I mean, you'd really be doing a disservice to yourself. She says, oh, really? I said, yeah. I was like, I'm assuming you're like most people, like most entrepreneurs, right? Or like most smart people, that you're not going to make decisions based on a feeling or something that transpired or hearsay. You want to get 100% of the information, right? You want to know what you're investing in. She says, yeah. See, that's what's important to us. The bag is not you getting the membership. For us, the bag is you utilizing service and leveling up. Our goal is to help over 100,000 households in the next 10 years become successful employers. And so that's really important to us. And I think you'd agree that should be important to you too. She said, yeah. So if I send a video to you too, she said, yeah, I'll take a look at the video. And of course, I could hear the other associate on the line gasp, like, what? What just happened there? I'll tell you what just happened there. What happened there is a couple of things. Number one, what happened there is posture. My bat, my ball, my business. Just like if I was a doctor, you're not going to come into my clinic and tell me how I'm going to conduct business. You're not going to do it, okay? If I was a mechanic, you're not going to come into my shop and say, no, I don't want you to do a diagnostic. I just want you to fix this because that's what I feel needs to be fixed. I'm the mechanic. I'm the specialist. My bat, my shop, my ball. You're not going to come into my office as an attorney and tell me how to practice the law. No, it's not going to happen. I'm going to practice the law the way I know to practice the law because my reputation is at stake. My license is at stake. My business is at stake. I treat my business people outside the same way. You all, let me say now you all, too many of us are treating this business like a hustle. This is a business model that has produced over 30,000 families are knocking out 6-7-figure income. Okay? 30,000 people who don't have to work 6-7 figures to just earn that money because they got involved with us. Hell, there are companies today that are open for business. Large corporations don't have 30, 40,000 people earning income, who are working their behinds off to the tune of 40, 60 hours a week. We got people doing it in their sleep. You understand? It's a powerful business model. You got to respect it. You understand? This is a business. You are a franchise owner of one of the most successful businesses, one of the most effective business models you're going to find ever in the world. Okay. So number one, that's one thing I want you to take from what I just shared. She was not going to not look at a tool, period. My business, my ball. I'm not going to sit and try to explain everything to you in 30, 40 minutes. I know a video really will sum it up in about 10 minutes from an individual that is crushing it, like 6 figures plus, part of cement of one of the most successful companies in world history. Stop. Okay. The other thing that I want you to pick up from this is the importance of edification. Look, I'm busy, like most people. I get it. You call me up random and say, hey, I need you to look at something. Chances are, between children, work, responsibilities, I need to shave before I even head out the door. All that stuff. I barely have time to shave sometimes. It's that crazy, right? So calling me up and saying, hey, I need you to look at a video, sometimes not going to go over too well. It's just not, because I got too much going on. If you don't edify it, if you don't give me reason to look at something, really give me reason, not your reason, give me reason to look at something, I'm not going to do it, right? She's a business owner. I know business owners want 3 things. If they're our ideal prospect, they want to level up. So they're interested in information, interested in content that will help them level up. That will really make a difference in their business lives. Unless they're hustlers and they don't care about the business, or it's just a hobby. Okay, whatever. Then I really don't want you as a client anyway, just being real. At least in terms of the business plan. Okay. They want to meet people. They want to know people who can help them level up. There's something called law of proximity, where if you hang around 6 custom cousins, you become a 7th, where you deal with, you engage with, you learn from, you get exposed to 6 individuals who are crushing it and have things that you want to get in close proximity to them, because there are learnings, things you can acquire from them. See, I know these things. This is the psychology of and using people, using the tools in 3 ways. And if you're not understanding the psychology, I just gave you a little bit of it. That's why you do this, right? So I knew that. And so when I edified the tool, I gave her a real reasons that make sense to her to look at it. And that's the missing piece. You got to edify. You got to edify your expert and stop de-edifying your expert. Number 1. Number 2, you have to edify the tool. So I had this conversation actually with another associate who's not even our organization. Exact same conversations. Mr. Buford, I'm out here and she's crushed it. She's doing 2 and 3 exposures, 5 exposures religiously. She's more consistent than I am. And I'm like the Borg. I'm super consistent, but she wasn't getting traction. For some reason, people were not looking at the tool. And I'm like, what's going on? Because I couldn't figure it out, right, why she wasn't getting the results. And I asked her, what are you saying? She basically said, well, I talk to people saying it's great business, and I'm excited to be doing A, B, C, and D, and I have some information I'll share with you. You should really take a look at it. It's really valuable, important information. I was like, that's not edification. You got to edify the person in the video. You have to edify the tool. You have to edify the reasons why. You have to edify their stories. You got to give that person reason to want to listen to another human being that they don't know talk about something, right? It's the edification piece. So if you're having a difficult time getting people to look at tools, it's because your edification is off. Okay? So edify your expert. Edify the tool. Go in on the tool. Learn the people's stories. That's why we tell people the only place where success comes for trainees in the dictionary, to learn the stories, you got to get on the trainings. If you're not on the trainings, you don't know the story. No wonder you're having difficulty. I'm just being real. So you got to get on training so you can learn people's stories, so you can learn how to properly edify and promote them. That's what we say, teamwork makes the dream work. You don't create a multi-million-dollar, unless you're an athlete, unless you're a musician. You're Rihanna. If you're Rihanna, okay, I guess maybe this might not be applicable to you. But even Rihanna will tell you she didn't become a billionaire by herself. You need team, okay? You need to learn how to edify your team. You need to learn how to edify the people around you. You need to learn how to edify the tools. You are the messenger. You are not the message. You're the deliverer. You're the inviter, right? So just understand that. Learn how to play your position so you can create the success that you're taking aim at. Okay, with that being said, everyone have a fantastic, everyone have a fantastic day. I celebrate your success in advance. Goodbye for now. Okay, I'm still learning how to use this platform. And I'm going to figure this out in a moment. I'm going to figure it out. Going to figure it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, yeah, y'all about to get all of this. I'm learning this platform on the fly.